Welcome everybody to another Mario Plush Network discussion. If you saw yesterday's discussion, you know that we said we will discuss the power-ups, and that is the purpose of today's discussion. So today we will discuss the 4 power-ups that Sine announced alongside the Koopalings on Monday. So today we will discuss the Fire Flower, the Star, the 1-Up Mushroom, and the Super Mushroom. Once again, I am joined by Mr. Evan Reynolds.
Well, hello. I'm very happy to be here with you guys today. So yeah, today we're going to be talking about all the All-Star power-up plushes that Sine recently released on their Twitter. So now I'm going to start with my first impressions. But before I start my first impressions, go ahead, Mr. McCormick.
So when I first saw these, I was pretty excited because there has never been a Sine power-up before. They've usually been like small keychains or big like pillows. So it's really exciting to see the power-ups get made into a full all-star plush. And I was really excited for those. The one I'm most excited for is the Fire Flower, because I think the Fire Flower looks most like the game compared to any other one. So yeah, those are my first impressions. You can go ahead, Mr. Reynolds.
Okay, thank you. So when I first saw the power-ups, I was really surprised that they would actually make power-ups for the Sine plush set. Because I think, I don't know if you would consider this a power-up, but the only thing kind of related to a power-up that Sine has ever made was probably, the warp pipe. I know it's not like a power-up, but that's like the only object they've made besides an actual character. So that's pretty cool since you don't really see that a lot. And for me, I was actually planning on it to get those keychain power-ups maybe, at least a couple of them if they had them at Target. So yeah, it is pretty cool. And yeah, I think the Fire Flower looks like how it does mostly in the game. And everything else it looks similar. So yeah, so now let's go on to the differences. Mr. McCormick, hand it over to you.
Well, we don't really have anything to compare because the power-ups we have are fake. So we have a fake Fire Flower and fake Star, so we can't really compare anything. But we will say that they do look very, very accurate. Do you agree, Mr. Reynolds?
Mm-hmm. And, for the differences, again, there's not really much that differences. But, even though Sine didn't make those keychain power-ups and those other ones, there still is differences between those ones, because I'm pretty sure the pillow power-ups look the same a little bit. Maybe, I'll have to look that up, but,
Okay,
the keychain ones were a little tinier, so now, yeah.
Yeah, now let's go on to our hopes and predictions, but before we do that, Mr. Reynolds, I have a question for you. Where do you think the beads in these plushes will be at?
Well, for me, I'm guessing that the Fire Flower and the Star will not contain the beads, but I'm thinking the 1-Up and the Mushroom will.
Where do you think they will be at for the 1-Up and Super Mushrooms?
On the bottom, like always.
Probably.
Yeah, because I don't think the Star would have any beads. Same with the Fire Flower. And my hopes and prediction, for my hopes, I'm hoping that the stem on the Fire Flower doesn't feel like the fake one. It's like a scratchy material, and it's really horrible. But, yeah. Let me see on the photo. It does look soft, so hopefully it is actually soft. And my other hope is that, they might have beads, but at least they'll have somewhere to stand them on, since they're standing on, or the cubbies are holding up the power-ups. So yeah, I'm hoping they can stand regularly. And yeah, that's for my hopes. So now, Sean, hand it over to you.
I agree with all of your hopes, but I do have a prediction. I do predict that the Fire Flower and the Star will not be able to stand up on their own, because in the official pictures Sine tweeted out on Monday, they are up against a set of blocks. And we're not sure if the blocks are a part of the set, but they're most likely not. Yeah. Because in 2019, when they announced their Super Mario Maker 2 set, they also included these exact blocks in the pictures, and they were never released, or at least here in America.
And if you could take a close look, they actually look like cubbies, since there's a little latch. So yeah, those are probably for pretty. And yeah, do you have any more predictions?
I do predict that the Fire Flower might be the one that might be the hardest to find, because it looks the best out of all of them in my opinion, so it might be the one that people get first, and it might be a little hard to find.
It might, instead of doing, Well, like predictions, I have the same predictions, but I'm actually going to add on real quick because I actually have a few guesses, or not predictions. What's the word I'm looking for?
Hypothesis.
Hypothesis. Oh yeah, that. I'm thinking like, aren't they actually? Well, yeah, they probably are All-Star, but still, it's actually gonna be weird because like on their tags, are they actually gonna have photos of them?
They most likely will, because I don't know why they wouldn't have a photo of it.
Yeah, but that's actually gonna be weird, cause like where would they really get like a photo from for the plushes? So that's like one of my hypotheses, I'm looking for like for questions too. So yeah, it's gonna be pretty weird to see with the photos that they choose, cause I've never really seen like official photos of the artwork. Well, I have, but they're just like in the regular poses. So I'm just guessing. I'm just questioning like what are their photos gonna be for them. Same thing with the Koopalings, which I stated yesterday. I'm pretty sure. So yeah.
Do you think these plushes will be pretty big, or do you think they'll be medium-sized? And you can compare to other All-Star plushes if you want.
I have a couple of cubbies over here with my clothes and stuff, and they're like, well, not to get like weird, but those cubbies there look the exact same size as mine there, and stuff, like with supplies. So I'm guessing the mushroom will probably be a little bigger than the All-Star Bowser.
Yeah, I'll have to disagree with that, because I think the star will probably be the smallest, and then like the mushrooms will probably be the biggest, simply because they're like rounder and they have more matter inside them. So
yeah, they're almost bigger than the cubbies, and like I said, I'm pretty sure they're the same size as mine. They look really big. Wait, what? Well, my cubbies actually look a little bit bigger, but I'm still guessing that the mushrooms might be the same size, or like a little less. I'm just taking a guess, but yeah, I'm pretty sure that the mushrooms will probably be a lot big. Will probably be like the same size as Bowser, the All-Star one, or a little bigger.
Now, another weird thing that I would need to say is that these are planning to release in late June, which would mean that they would obviously have to be before the Koopalings in the numbers. But that would be kind of weird to have the power-ups and then more Koopalings.
Yeah.
Because the power-ups, to me, seem like a good place where they would end everything off.
Yeah. Yeah, for me, too. Or, like, actually, for me, I feel like the power-ups would actually be the last All-Star ones. But they probably won't. And we've noticed, like, since for the Koopalings, you guys had a lot of questions, like, if they're going to be available or not. So let's just state this. Once they first release, you'll probably have to import them from Japan. That's what I'm saying. But I'm guessing, like, a couple of days or weeks later after they release, those power-ups might be available, like, on Amazon. But they'll probably come from Japan, eBay probably. And I know nobody said this question, but there are bootlegs of the fakes. So, like, once they start selling the All-Star power-ups on eBay, I don't think nobody will fake about that. Like, how with the other plushes, like, if somebody gets an All-Star Bowser and then they end up getting a fake one, well, yeah, like that. Like a fake mushroom. But I've never really seen any fake power-ups besides the Fire Flower and the Star. But the mushroom, yeah, so, like, the Fire Flower and the Star, the ice we have fakes of, but for the mushrooms, oh yeah, the mushrooms do have fakes, but yeah. So, another thing is that if they will be in stores, it is most likely that they will be in stores, but only in Japan. Because then, like, when they start, like, localizing, like, Little Buddy usually localizes plushes a year later. So, because the baby set came out, last year, and then Little Buddy, we've seen, like, Little Buddy localizes over here, and it was in 2020, we're pretty sure. So they probably will be localized a year later, but you can probably still get them once they come out. So hopefully that covered all your questions, and yeah, and it'll probably take some time for them to be in stores over here.
And we're pretty much done with that, but since this has been a pretty short discussion so far, I want to, like, state my complaints with this announcement. So the plushes themselves, I think, look great, but there is a few exclusions that I wish they should have done. Like, ever since New Super Mario Bros. Wii came out, the Ice Flower has been a pretty big part of Mario games. So it's pretty weird to not see the Ice Flower here, or like the Mega Mushroom, or even the Cat Bell, or the Super Bell now with Mario 3D World coming out soon.
Or the Leaf, right?
Yeah, oh yeah, the Super Leaf too.
Mm-hmm. But they could still do more power-ups in the future. And yeah, another prediction of mine is that I wonder when the next release of the All-Star plushies were. Will these be the last ones on the All-Star set? We're not sure. But they will most likely not be the last power-ups. But yeah, we're looking forward to see what Sine releases next. Since like every day they actually release a lot of new Pokemon plushes. If you guys are into those, they've released a lot of new Pokemon plush updates and Kirby updates. A lot of Kirby's too. So if you guys are into Kirby or Pokemon, you can check Sine's Twitter also to see which plushes you would like that they release.
So Mr. Reynolds, do you have any complaints about this set?
Yeah, mine are kind of the same complaints also. But which would really be a cool feature is if they added the green star from Galaxy. Or they actually so like to make this a little longer, hopefully Sine releases an official Luma plush. Because those, we don't see those a lot, mostly customs on Etsy and stuff, but mostly those fake ones that don't look as good. I know this doesn't tie with power-ups, but yeah, they're kind of like stars. So, anything else to say, Sean?
Another weird one that they should have make too, what I think they might make objects again.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you don't know, there's Mario and Luigi and a Donkey Kong. The Mario is holding a pipe, the Luigi is holding an open question block, and the Donkey Kong is holding a barrel. So I wonder if they will do stuff like that separately. Yeah. And another one that I thought was a weird exclusion that they would fit in really nice would be just a coin.
Oh yeah, or a warp pipe still. But yeah, there wouldn't really be a difference with the warp pipe, of course. Probably bigger. But that's actually weird that Sin was a warp pipe to make. But what if they did re-release the Galaxy set or like remade them as All-Star plushes? But yeah, to stick like to the power-ups, that would be cool if they actually included like the B power-up.
There is a lot of fakes of like the B power-up, but it would be nice to see like power up some other games like Mario Galaxy to get plushes like that, like the B mushroom, the Boo mushroom, never mind, but
now,
the spring mushroom would be cool too, but and from Mario Galaxy 2 to TOO, like the blimp mushroom. I mean
not the blimp.
the Yoshi's blimp fruit.
Oh yeah.
But it would be hard to tell that that's even from Mario games because it's barely used besides in that game.
And it's just like a plain apple.
It looks like a fruit, and no one would be able to tell what it is.
Yeah, and it's actually pretty cool still that they did make power-ups, but still we're really hoping that they do release more Mario plushes like of the All-Star set. Cause wasn't the babies the last All-Star ones before these? I think they were.
No, Dr. Mario. I mean,
no, not Mario.
No, the Metal Mario and the Dry Bowser were the last ones.
Those actually seem like a good way to end off the All-Star set, kind of. But yeah, I bet you a lot of people were shocked in thinking that the All-Star set is over. Don't worry, guys, it's probably not over. But yeah, we're really excited to see what they do next. But yeah, like maybe Mario Odyssey power-ups. Do you know any of those?
No, it's the capture mechanic, Mr. Reynolds.
What do you mean capture
There's no power-ups. You throw your enemies at the...
Yeah.
Throw your hat at the enemies.
Yeah, we've seen fakers do a lot of Mario Odyssey figures, but that would really be cool if the fakers like made plushes of those power-ups. They probably wouldn't look that good, but Sine could like make maybe different like Mario suits, like the Ice Flower. Only World and Nintendo has did that. We've seen like fakes of the Mario holding the ice, and that's supposed to be based off of the Galaxy Mario holding the mushroom. Or no, Fire Flower holding the Fire Flower. But Mario didn't even look like that in Galaxy. He was completely iced up. He wasn't just wearing blue overalls. But yeah, we hope to see like a nice Luigi, Fire All-Star Luigi, Ice Mario finally.
it would be nice as kind of a tie-in to this to have fire versions of everyone else. Because there's already a Fire Mario, but it would be nice to see a Fire Luigi,
Toad.
a Fire Toad, a Fire Peach from 3D World, a Fire Rosalina from 3D World.
Yeah, since we, in our live stream, since we already painted a green Kamek, we're thinking about like painting, maybe getting like another Birdo or Toadette, but mostly more Kameks, so we can like make them like with our own power-ups. Cause yeah, a green Kamek we just got it from the baseball game Sluggers, but yeah, we might start like making a little bit more painted customs of different power-ups, since Sine has not made any power-ups really. It's only been
It's really weird why they made a Fire Mario, but there's no Fire Luigi.
Yeah, it's just the older versions, and then the All-Star Fire.
And then the old ones don't even look that good as it is, so it would be nice to see the new ones.
Or a Fire Rosalina too. Maybe, probably not, since she only came out.
Another one that I'm surprised that they never did was a Peachette or a Super Crown.
Oh yeah, the Super Crown power-up they could have included too.
Because that first appeared in New Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe, and it reappeared in the DLC for Captain Toad.
Oh
but
yeah.
It really hasn't appeared since.
Yeah, that would really be cool if they made an official Captain Toadette plush. But the fake bootleggers made one, and when we first saw it, we thought it was actually by Sine, because that thing looks really official. There might be some ones that look really bad, but from the photos we've seen, they look they look good. So I'm planning, hopefully, if I get enough money, I might like buy a fake Toad, Captain Toadette. But they're mostly from China and Hong Kong, so it took. Well, I've actually seen like people selling the fake Captain Toadette, like from Kentucky and stuff. And yeah, so like mostly from China, which they would take like 2 months to get here. I don't know why so long. But yeah, maybe, hopefully, I want to get the Captain Toadette and the Blue Toad with the glasses.
And if they probably won't make power-ups for the All-Star set. And if they do, it'll probably be game-specific sets like the upcoming Dr. Mario set. But
oh yeah, the pills.
I mean, the viruses.
Well, yeah, the
viruses.
Would you count them as a power-up?
No, they're enemies.
Yeah, they're the enemies, like, right now.
They're the enemies for Dr. Mario games. Yeah, so.
Yeah. Like, any last-minute things or questions you've seen that people have to answer?
No, just basically we've gotten asked where we got this announcement from, because if you've seen our announcement video, I did this myself, Mr. McCormick. Right after I saw the tweet, I made the video, and it already has like 1,500 views, which is crazy.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, I got this news from the Sine Twitter page, and their Twitter handle is Sine _NLG on Twitter. But you'll have to translate everything using Twitter's translate option, because everything's in Japanese. But yeah, that's where I got the news at right away. And we were probably the first ones to report on it, because when we still type in like All-Star Kooplings on Google or YouTube, nothing pops up except that video.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think
I was
that's
just
it.
like digging through like if anybody else had any questions in like the comments, but it looks like we've covered all of them. So again, thank you guys for watching, and yeah, any last minute words from Sean?
Yeah, and so if you guys have any other questions about these, and even the Kooplings too, if you have questions about the Kooplings, just make sure to ask in our Koopling discussion comment section. And if you have questions about the power-ups, make sure to ask them in the power-up video, which you're watching right now.
Yeah.
So, and we will be sure to do any more news videos regarding these if Sine releases like any more new like angles of them. So make sure to update videos on that. And so, thank you for watching this discussion. If you liked it, make sure to like the video and check out and subscribe to the channel, and check out our other plush videos. Our main plush videos are the main attraction. We put a lot of effort into those, and they only get a couple hundred views, so it'd be nice to see those get bumped up in views. So yeah, thank you for watching. Goodbye.
Goodbye.